Scott McTominay is leaving Manchester United. Yes, you heard that right. Scott McTominay is leaving Manchester United. A £25.4 million offer has been accepted by Manchester United. Napoli, Conte, interested in him, and he will be leaving Manchester United. And I can't believe that I lived through the era of Scott McTominay and Fred, but it's going to be no more, because we have lived through it as Manchester United fans. Our prayers, our answers. Scott McTominay and Fred are no longer at Manchester United. That means surely that we are moving in the right direction. Aves, I want to get your initial reactions. I am really excited. Scott McTominay is leaving Manchester United. I mean, I've got nothing against him personally. He's obviously he's come through the system, but Man United have done a deal where they're coming off better against someone like Napoli in the negotiation table. That's impressive.
Yeah, it's really impressive. Scott McTominay, no more McFred. Fred's gone as well, so McTominay no more. He's a young player, youth player, started off in the academy. He's gone. In a way, United's made profit now because they've sold one of the youth stars, 27-year-old McTominay, gone. He did give us the goals, last-minute goals against Brentford here and there, but he's not suited to the Premier League anymore, and it's time to cash on him and get rid of McTominay. Gone. I just want to say to Scott McTominay, thank you very much for your services. You come through the ranks. Really impressed here and there, but it's no longer for you. United suited for you, so it's time for you to make your presence felt at Serie A. You'll be more suited to the Serie A league now, more suited to Napoli and Conte, the system he's going to play. Probably play more likely behind Lukaku now as a number 10 role.
So I definitely want to discuss what this Scott McTominay deal means for Manchester United and their transfer strategy moving forwards. However, before I do, if it is the first time that you're watching Universal Sports, make sure you do like, comment and subscribe. We're making a big push to get to 500 subscribers before the old enemy Liverpool come to town on the 1st of September. Going back to this Scott McTominay deal, yes, it seems like everything's going to happen. I think Ornstein broke it earlier in the day, and now because of that deal, we're going to come back to Manuel Ugarte, the person that all Manchester United fans are waiting. They're waiting at Manchester Airport for him right now. They want to see Manuel Ugarte in a Manchester United shirt. So we do, and so do we. Surely that means Ugarte is coming. Pure profit from McTominay deal. Yeah. Ugarte, is he flying into Manchester Airport tomorrow?
So I'll be flying in most likely as soon as the personal terms now is factoring out with Scott McTominay. Once that's rectified, probably be tomorrow morning, and then we probably here we go for Scott McTominay to Napoli, here we go, and then Manuel Ugarte. So it'll be like a transition, PSG to Man United, Man Ugarte, here we go, probably here. Personal terms of it, Man Ugarte has been agreed. Just the figures now, I think it'll be a permanent deal now. Most likely 51 million euros, so 45 million pounds, UK pounds. So Manuel Ugarte is coming. McTominay is going to be a big loss. I think we still need one more midfielder.
I mean, if we still focus on Scott McTominay a little bit more, so if I was to ask you, I don't know, 5 years down the line, yet 10 years down the line, you know, what was Scott McTominay for Manchester United? How would you describe it?
I would say he was an impact super sub, getting his goals, because he's done that. This is what Erik ten Hag tried doing yesterday. It didn't work out for him, so I think yesterday was his leaving game. Get the last 10 minutes off, because he had no other option to take off. That's why he took Bruno off, which was a big mistake, going back to yesterday's game. But yesterday against Brighton, McTominay played his last final game, probably says goodbyes today. Tomorrow is flying out to Napoli, get the deal over the line. So thank you again to Scott McTominay.
I mean, as a United fan and going through that traumatic time after, you know, Ferguson left and we had managers Van Gaal, Louis Van Gaal's army, Jose Mourinho, Solskjaer. There were some players that was, for fans like us, we wanted them out, and I would say there was three main names on that list, and I would say Fred was one of them, McTominay was one of them, but then that leaves one more, and I think we know who we're talking about. So I mean, the closer we get to getting rid of, and that's Maguire by the way, the closer we get to that, do you think it's a sign that we are finally changing in terms of our recruitment?
Yeah, I'm really impressed. So Wan-Bissaka's gone. Really wanted him out. Some fans are saying that is disappointing, but really wanted to get rid of him. McTominay is the next one. Fred went last year, so it's a thing. He changed now, so change is happening.
So out of 10, what would you say? What would you give Scott McTominay's career at Manchester United? Out of 10?
I would say probably 7, because he was an impact sub, getting us the goals.
No, he scored 10 goals last season.
So I think if we can get Ugarte's presence,
Ugarte is an upgrade though, definitely.
upgrade, because that will leave Kobe Mainoo not tracking back. Because have you seen yesterday's game?
Yeah.
He got pocketed by James Milner. He's a 37-year-old. That says you something, because Mainoo was doing Casemiro's work running back, and Casemiro's not got the legs anymore. So for that, Casemiro will be shifted to the bench. He'll be shafted to the bench, and Ugarte will be starting every game now. Is the youngster, 23-year-old.
I want to talk about Ugarte and what he's going to bring to Manchester United, but before I do, if it's the first time that you're watching Universal Sports, make sure you do like, comment and subscribe. We're making a big push to get to 500 subscribers before that old enemy Liverpool come to Old Trafford on the 1st of September. That's his birthday as well. I thought I'd plug that. Going back to the Manuel Ugarte deal, which surely now is on after we've got that money in for Scott McTominay. On paper, I would say it's going to be a massive upgrade in terms of, I think they're different types of players, but surely with Ugarte coming in, a midfield of Ugarte, Mainoo and Bruno Fernandes, that sounds good.
Yeah, so that will free up. Mainoo will be a bit more forward, and then Bruno a bit more forward. So Ugarte probably can play the number 6 defensive line. So he'll be covering the defensive midfielders, getting the tackles in, getting the passes out to the wide players up front. So he can do all that, and he's still young. He's 23-year-old. Don't forget that. Although you can see by his face, he looks like he's aging, but he's still 23-year-old. He had an impressive Copa de America with Uruguay. He played really well. So yeah, Ugarte is a big, massive upgrade. And
in terms of other business, what do you think still on the list to do? What sales do we make before the deadline shuts?
Personally, I would say Jadon Sancho is now or never. So if we keep him, he's going to be on the bench.
Obviously he's in talks with Juventus, we believe,
and he's the highest earners, one of the second highest earners behind Rashford. So
do you think that's going to happen, Sancho to Juventus?
I think that would, if they can agree a permanent deal, I'll be happy with that. If it's a loan to obligation to buy, I'll be happy with that, but pay some of his wages to Juventus, then to get Sancho out of the club, because he's not happy here. Doesn't seem to be wanted to be by Erik ten Hag.
I want to quickly talk about yesterday, Manchester United losing 2-1 against Brighton. Obviously a lot of momentum, there was some confidence about Manchester United. We then fucked it all up in the 95th minute. How are you feeling about the result today? Obviously yesterday, initially, we had the loss and emotions could run high, but today, how are you feeling about what you seen yesterday?
I'm really disappointed, because I watched the game back again. I wouldn't personally say Dalot was at fault for the second goal. I say Casemiro and McTominay should have been on that back line defending that post. No one was there, so I would say the whole team is to blame overall, because who was man marking Pedro when he was going in? So Dalot was not at fault. He came to his position, he was just marking that free kick, but Casemiro was giving orders, he didn't do it himself. He likes to give orders, doesn't do the tracking back himself. McTominay again, the one that's going now. So I say about 4 or 5 players were at fault for that second goal. But the first goal, it has to be Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
And going back, Harry Maguire, I think he's just living on the wage now at Manchester United. He's got 1 more year on the contract. If someone can make an offer, I say Harry Maguire needs to go before Friday. He needs to go. He's 31-year-old. What's he going to do? He's going to sit on the bench. He's not going to get game time now. He's definitely going to be dropped.
I think it's clear that a lot of business is still outstanding for Manchester United before that deadline day shuts. But what is clear today, mark the date, mark the time, the era of McFred is finally over. And if it is the first time you're watching Universal Sports, make sure you do like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.